group. I get most of my ideas when I'm in my car. I get into that zone. And I just wanted to talk to you for a minute about food sensitivities and how often they're delayed reactions, even if we notice the reactions at all. So an intolerance, like you hear about dairy intolerance, like pretty quickly you eat ice cream and then you're gassy within the next couple hours. So those tend to be more of the intolerances. And then the allergies are really, really big, like you eat shellfish and you go into anaphylactic shock. So those are kind of the two ends of the spectrum of allergies, sensitivities, and intolerances. So in this course, we're really talking about sensitivities because the other two are stinking obvious. But for many of us, there's this very subtle accumulation of foods that have become irritable to the body. And again, that happens because of leaky gut. Again, medication, stress, there's many, many things that alcohol that contribute to intestinal permeability. So there's these cells that keep the good stuff in and the bad stuff out. And then we get some breakdown. And so what happens is these little microparticles of food cross the intestinal barrier and end up in the bloodstream in the body. And the body says, whoa, wait, this is not supposed to be there. And then it starts to develop some antibodies. It starts to go and attack it. It starts that inflammatory process, but on a very subtle level. So we don't really realize we eat something and then, oh my gosh, I notice it right away. And that's where sometimes we get inconsistent symptoms with, I don't know, was it something that I ate? How things change. So that's why it's super important for us to level the playing field. We clear out almost all of the inflammation. Again, it takes 21 days to decrease that inflammation. And then we're able to test some of the most suspicious culprits, which are, we still look at dairy and gluten, corn, we'll look at beef, we'll look at a handful of others. We'll test alcohol, we'll test caffeine, and again, how our body reacts to each one. But again, it's these very subtle food sensitivities that we're not really aware of that contribute to this very low-lying inflammation, this heat, this toxic soup, which that low-lying inflammation contributes to skin issues, resistant weight gain, and I see in my clinic, chronic pain, pain issues, degeneration, accelerating that process. I see it in GI issues, hormones. So inflammation is such a driver of so many of the things I see in my clinic, and then also a lot of the diseases that we see today. So excited to see you. Glad you're